The following presentation does not represent Australian opinion or intellect. We do not speak for any religious order or ethnic minority. We are not political scientists or uni graduates. We're insignificant upper-lower class scum, comparing notes and airing grievances. It's just our opinion. Deal with it.
No way that GST will ever be part of our policy.
Never ever.
Never ever, it's dead.
If they don't like it, go back to where they're from.
It is a big idea.
No, we don't need them.
A new world order. By 1990, no Australian child will be living in poverty.
Photo of you. Are you serious? Are you?
How fucking young are we, man?
Malacca?
How sick is that? It's actually a photo of us. Oh my, we look like we're like 10.
Yeah.
I found some young photos too.
No, you don't understand.
This is the band photo. The band photo.
The band.
The band photo.
The band.
What were we called? Neon something.
Neon Genesis?
Neon Genesis.
I don't know. I just said Neon Genesis because of the manga.
That's why we got it from.
Really?
Yeah, Neon Genesis. Next to me. So there's me.
That's hilarious. You're kidding.
Man, we were like 15.
Oh, wow.
We were 15 years old. That's fucked.
Are you serious?
That's fucked.
You look like a different person.
Who?
I mean, you, child, but
What do you mean?
like really little.
I've heard it in like 15 years.
Yeah, I haven't heard it probably just as long.
And this cute.
What?
This is my daddy.
Mate, that's
like
like
rap.
wrong.
Yeah, he's wog.
Your dad looks like Raph looks like your dad, like hard.
You know, I'm actually drinking champagne there.
Oh, that explains a lot.
John, don't give us our arts a little bit.
We've all got those photos.
How old are you in that photo?
I think I was 6.
On it earlier.
No, 6? No, maybe 7. I was probably 7.
Recorded at Studio 52 Collingwood. Engineered and mixed by Andrew Meeks and Tim Cummings.
Who? What are you doing?
I'm trying to not eat in the microphone.
We're not recording yet.
Yeah, we are.
Are we?
We're always recording. Are you serious?
Oh, a minute ago.
I love it. I'm trying to be as quiet as I can.
Again with the wine. You know what we need? Aurora's wine reviews.
Yes.
Oh, let's do that.
You know what's
So right here we've got
Hang on.
1992 Sauvignon Blanc.
so
I don't-
what are you doing?
I don't know. I need it down. Guys.
We're having technical difficulties.
You Italian. He's 6 inches tall, man. You know what's funny?
Man, that's some nostalgic
We
shit,
have
man.
size where it counts.
What?
I don't.
Yeah. What are you actually defending right now?
I don't know. I was like defending the men, but it sounds like I have a penis. So we'll just move on from
Welcome to That's Not Right. That's it, man. What are you talking about?
So I don't know. So I just pulled out a CD out of nowhere, and man, that's tricky.
Yeah, that's fucked. This is a CD we recorded back in
99.
Was it 99?
99.
Hang on. You know what's funny?
Give us a little rendition.
We went to
A what?
Give us a rendition
Of what? The song?
of your old
Man,
material.
I could not remember. I'd have to listen to it. I haven't listened to it in
Is
15
it
years.
lyrical or is it just music?
No.
No,
I
there's
sing.
lyrics.
I sing.
Yeah, Nick's
Damn!
son.
That's before they dropped.
Yeah.
Did you wait?
yeah,
So
yeah.
you yelled.
No, actually got a voice of an angel.
Singing. Like Homer.
When you say that, you mean a voice of an angel like Julie Andrews in The Sound of Music, or
No, just a voice.
okay,
it's
just
like
a voice?
A pre-teen kid that
Yeah.
would just try and sing.
Which wasn't too bad. Like I hit some
Did you
notes.
sing from the diaphragm?
Always. Never from the throat. That's how you blow out your voice box.
Yeah.
I know, but I love the sound of both. Like
Hang on,
head
wait a
voices.
Have you ever heard throat
nice.
singing?
Yeah.
Mongolian throat singing.
Not Mongolian. I'm not sure.
Get on the Mongolian throat
Oh,
singing.
God.
Yeah, check this out. You'll die. I'm telling you.
Who came up with this album
So
name?
this is why I bring wine.
Enigmatica.
What? Is it really? Throat. It's called Tuvan or something. I keep forgetting the name of it. It was famous on what's it called? Big Bang.
I never watched that. Never got into it.
Tuvan throat singing. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right, yeah? Tuvan. If you want to look
Fact
up
checker.
the backstory on that.
Tuvan.
This video became viral at our production meetings back when I had in the media company. We would just bring it up like randomly what someone's trying to make a point, discussing some sort of video.
Yeah.
And we're
What
like,
comes up with this guy?
yeah, that guy. He's a superstar in like Mongolian circles,
He
man.
gets all the Mongolian...
That guy's like Tom Jones from Mongolia.
Funan. Is that where you were going with that?
Get all the bugs.
She gets all of it, mate.
Dude, I'm telling you, this is the best video you'll ever see in your life.
Hang on, let me put my glasses on.
To hear something.
No, see it. You said best
Oh, well, you
video.
can watch it, but hang on. Check this out. What is it? This is honestly, this is genius. I wish I could sing like this. This guy's the best. Hang on. Check this out. You guys.
Looks like two North Koreans.
Yeah, hang on. This guy's jamming.
That's not throat.
What the fuck? Dude, I've heard like metalcore shit like this.
That's the first verse.
I want to hear the chorus.
I don't think there is a chorus. That's half the video so far.
You'll be waiting a while.
No bridge. Just their facial
Mate,
expressions say it all.
Yeah, add a beat to that. Just
Dude,
Yeah, okay. I could see that.
yeah, okay, but there is no beat. This was 10 years ago. This video was from 10 years ago.
I want to hear your guys' stuff. Hurry up.
It's got remix.
Of what, that?
Mongolian throat sing trance remix.
Uh-oh.
Is it the same dude?
Mongol dance remix, nah.
Yeah, but is it Tuvan throat singing? That's the difference.
Yeah, it just says Mongolian throat singing.
Yeah, I'm guessing.
Trance remix.
Oh, God.
I'm guessing it's the same shit. Yeah, that's the guy.
It's not bad.
Getting an amp, like get a
Yeah,
something in your
not
car.
Dude, Tuvan is from the Republic of Tuva. Or Tiva. I've got no idea how to pronounce it. It's in South Central Siberia. Yeah, it's a Turkish language that borrows from the Mongolian language and Tibetan, and most recently from the Russian.
So he sells out like concert halls and shit.
Yeah, that guy, man, he's a god. If you watch his music videos, the production value is incredible.
Women are throwing their panties at him.
They're on horseback. They're like, what's the word? Nomadic horsemen.
Nomadic,
yeah. And they're right.
I have no words. I don't.
Why? Yeah, no, but it's
another
hard
word.
because you use the way to sing
Another
is
word.
dude.
Yeah.
They use their throat, right, and then
But
they
see,
use
I think you would develop bloody polyps and all
they
that.
would know exactly. Like they,
yeah, but they work it.
Yeah,
They've exercised it.
Yeah, it's like any muscle, like the throat. If you over sing ridiculously, then your voice gets shot. Like Paul Stanley from Kiss, you can't sing the way he used to.
His voice
terrible.
is shot now, man.
Dude, it's terrible. When I saw it 3 years ago, I felt bad. I was.
Did you ever do certain remedies to help your throat or to give it a different?
I was never a singer. I got thrust upon it.
Oh.
I'm a drummer.
Rust upon it.
Thrust.
The visuals I get from that. Okay.
14-year-old was
Okay, yeah.
thrust into the limelight. He was forced on stage, and he had to tour for many, many years.
See, forced would be
Died OD
an
to 28.
appropriate word.
But you've got to go on.
Yeah.
Bitch! What is that? Scram? I found a CD, and it was me and Dim back in a band in 1999. That's 19 years ago.
Yeah, literally.
Jesus.
I was in year 7.
Hey, you were still a youngin'.
Yeah, we were in year 9.
Yeah.
Really?
Year 7.
You're in year 7? Mm-hmm.
12.
I kind of.
So cute.
I've said this before. I can't imagine you at that age, because I've seen photos of you like as a really little sort of kid, and I've known you obviously, the last 10 years or whatever. But I can't imagine you during that period.
Preteen.
Yeah, I was chubby. I was
Little
cute.
preteen.
No, I don't just mean that.
I
I
was
mean like
quiet.
your temperament.
No, I was quiet. I was
You're like
quiet and I observed a lot and saw a lot. And
Why do you say it like that?
because, I wouldn't say that I was
coke in the
never.
playground.
No, I was just that invisible person.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I was invisible, like, and I preferred it that way because of what I saw and felt.
Yeah.
I liked where I was. So,
Yeah, even at school, like, he was quiet as.
yeah.
I was quiet. Like, I didn't want to.
Yeah.
I didn't like people in
Yes.
a way. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no,
so
I understood.
we were the same.
Yeah, I was
seems like
quiet.
it.
I was quiet,
Yeah,
period.
Tim was quiet.
Yeah, I kept my mouth shut.
I remember I left my
You just
high
see
school.
you on the basketball court.
Yeah, that'd be
That'd be Dim. You just see him on the basketball court.
You wouldn't see me.
No, basketball court or the music studio. That'd be where Dim would be.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I left in year 9, that high school, and I remember a friend of mine was doing photography and took photos of me.
Where's
who
this
was
going?
from that school? No, I'm just saying, like,
This is
This is a
the-
family-friendly
This early
podcast.
high school, like early.
Yeah, so year 9 I left.
That's not right. It's a family-friendly podcast.
And then, no. This friend was taking photos of me as a girlfriend for her photography assignment or whatever it was. We were in year 10 at the time.
Home ec.
And she showcased it. And apparently I heard the feedback from her that people were like, who's that? Who's that in that photo? Yada,
in
yada.
school for 4 years.
Yeah, exactly, right? And then that's when, and I didn't know, but that's when they knew who I was from that photo. Here am I, though, thinking no one knows who the hell I am.
What movie was that? It's like, hey, thanks for your help, man.
I've sat behind you in geometry for the last 4 years.
Yeah, no, it rings a bell.
Yeah, I don't know. I've somewhere to sing. Do the quiet type.
Yeah, and then I remember I came back to help her with a production.
Yeah. Of what?
It was The Wiz, and it was
Wiz?
a school production, yeah.
As in the Michael Jackson, The Wiz.
No, as in The Wizard of Oz.
Oh.
Yeah, The Wiz.
I don't know Michael Jackson. What's that
It
production?
was Quincy Jones' production.
Okay, well then yes.
Hey, Diana Ross was in it. Yeah, Diana Ross, Michael Jackson,
I've
Quincy
never
Jones.
seen it. So it was just the production of their theatrical.
It was like Hamilton, but 30 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, dude, I'm not having a go. I'm just saying.
I'll look it up.
won't.
No, I won't.
I'll look it up. I love how you're still holding that wine glass.
Well, I'm
and you're
ready
sort
to
of-
fucking sip it because I'll be
I know,
interrupted.
but you keep you keep raising it up as you make your point. Like
Like
you're
in a
like,
time.
"Another
You're
thing."
welcome for the visuals, mind you. It's looking
I'm
great.
serious. I'm not joking. You're like, another thing. Oh, is it done? Like, dude, you're talking about.
Mind you, it's
Richard
half a
Pryor
glass
was in
that
it.
I've
See, I
had.
told you. Shit.
Anyway, I came to see her and help her after school. I had to get a visitor's badge to go to the,
You used to go to that school,
I used to
yeah?
go to that school, and I had to get a visitor's badge, alright. So we went to the space. Mind you, within 10 minutes of me being there, a swarm of guys came. Hey, Roy. I thought it was weird. I was like, hi, how you going? Yeah, cool. Like, awkward as fuck. Like,
Wait,
go
how old
away.
were you?
Year 10.
So you what, 16?
So the end of year 10. And I left the beginning
coming
of year 9.
Yes.
And apparently,
Sunrise, sunset.
one of them was my partner of many years. Not at the time, but he ended up being my partner of many years. He told me later, he's like, do you know what happened? Do you know the catastrophe you caused in the locker rooms? This is what happened. Someone from the space ran to the locker rooms. They're like, Aurora's here. Everyone dropped their fucking bags and ran. And I'm like, this makes sense. Because everyone ran in like a
So
swarm.
you became like a cult hero.
Yes,
Celebrity
and,
status.
no, but unbeknownst
no
to
one knew
me,
a name. Like,
do you know how I reacted? I was nice and polite, but I was like, fuck you.
Yeah,
Like,
because you were there beforehand. No one knew
and
you.
I'm the same person. Yeah. What, just because I grew a pair of tits and changed my hairstyle and maybe I lost a little bit of weight?
But you're
fuck you.
Yeah, but you're talking about 16-year-old guys here.
I know. But I was
16.
so,
I remember like
I was so mature. Like, I was too mature for that. I was like,
we're
this
talking
is fucked.
kids, guys that,
I
you
know.
know.
Dude, do you remember year 12? You were there in year 12 at the start of year 12.
yeah.
Do you remember the competition? I think you remember it, man. This is how I made like one of my first like high school girlfriends. Not like my first, but like a high school girlfriend.
The first.
Yeah, so no, it wasn't. Shut up, dickhead. This is year 12. My first high school girlfriend came in year 9 probably.
Okay.
Yeah. We were all standing around. Remember where the canteen was and then that hallway to lead to like the other hallway where the toilets and shit were?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were in that corridor bit, yeah? It's a tiny area. Like, we're talking from here to...
South Oakley did not have much room.
to there. Like,
Right.
the corridor was no bigger than this table. Like, you know what I
Prison
mean?
cells.
Yeah. And it was the first smoko, and we're all standing around, and we're all asking, has anyone got any chicks in your class, yeah? And we're like, yeah, you know, I've sussed it out, there's some, you know, some bird, blah, blah, blah. And then this guy was like, yeah, there's this one bird in our class. I'm like, who is she? It's like, I don't know, man, I didn't catch her name, but she's like half Asian, half something, like she, you know, I don't know.
She's
Yeah, but she's alright.
Yeah.
And then a couple other guys like, yeah, she's alright. I'm like, alright, like, is anyone, like, who else has seen her? Like, what's a go?
Yeah.
And then he was like, yeah, shut up, she's coming. So she's turned the corner, and like, there's literally like 2 lines of like guys just standing on the thing.
Just like,
and I've just gone, hey, hi, my name's Demetrios. You know, you're new, what's your name? You know, introductions.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. No, I was being completely sincere.
Yeah.
But I'm like, yep, right, this is introduced everyone. So she walks off and just look around and like, all right, game's on. Good luck. Dude, the best man wins.
God, you
Literally?
boys. You boys.
Literally.
No.
And then
But we didn't-
I ended up going to a birthday around the corner from my cousin's house up in Preston, so the north side of town. And I was like, well, what are we doing? Because there was like a bunch of us, you know what I mean? And it's like, this bird I went to high school with or something, because we were still 17. This bird I went to like primary school, like she's a neighbour. She's having her like 18th around the corner from your cousin's house. Do you want to just go there? It's a house party. I said, yeah, sure, I don't care. So we rock up while I'm standing there. I just turn, like I'm standing there trying to drink my booze, you know. You
do?
Yeah, like
Your
you do
goon bag.
Johnny Red Flask.
Oh, yeah.
You just hear, oh my God.
Your passion pop.
I turn around, yeah, and the bird is at that party. It's like, oh my God, what are you doing here? La, la, la. I'm like,
It's fate.
Fate.
Wait a minute. Let's get one thing straight. Me and this guy did not drink passion pop.
Out of all that.
Yeah, believe me. We would actually walk around with flasks.
Nah, it was flask of Johnny Red.
You remember?
2
The
Strongbow
clear
whites.
glass?
2 Strongbow
Yeah,
whites.
in the pocket.
One in each
Jesus
pocket,
Christ.
and then a stubby
And
in
if
the
you
hand.
get desperate, you might smash a UDL just
Yeah,
because
yeah.
you're getting desperate.
That Johnny Red
When
flask,
did you
man.
start to drink?
Me.
As in, like, socially.
Yeah.
Um,
Or even your first, like, and how when it became a habit.
I first got smashed at 14.
Okay.
a habit. Like, we're serial
Well, when
drinkers
I
at
say
16.
a habit, a social
Yeah,
habit,
right.
But think
like
about it.
Bottle of black
We
at
used-
night.
like,
what?
But when we were like from probably
drink bottles
15,
of wine.
16 to 18, we had house parties nearly every weekend. There was someone doing something.
Okay, hang on. I'll tell you what. I remember going to a house party up in Burwood, and I would have been... This was 99.
So you're like 16,
I can't
15.
remember before that.
Right.
But from the top of my memory, all right, from the top of my head, 99, I definitely remember being at house parties drinking alcohol. So how old were we in 99?
15, 16.
14 turning 15.
mine was 17.
Really?
Yeah. And I got drunk on 2 vodka cruises.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Tupac Screamer.
I got smashed on vodka. Not vodka,
Well,
Bacardi.
Yeah.
well done.
First thing, not in the mixer. Like,
Bacardi.
just the actual
Well,
Bacardi.
101.
Yeah,
the 151, whatever it's called, yeah.
I put a little bit of orange juice in it, and fucking I got so
Do you know what I
smashed.
remember?
Felt so, it was great.
I remember 2000 and... I think it
Oh
was
my God.
2000 and... It's year 11 going into year 12, I'm pretty sure. Because I'm pretty sure we were still underage. Yeah, we were. We definitely were. Yeah, year 10 going into year 11 or year 11 going
Did
into
you
year
do
12?
the underages? Sorry.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I never went.
How
Not
come
once.
you've never gone?
Dude,
I
Oh,
was
but then hang on.
sheltered.
Wait
I
a
was
second. Yeah, you're
sheltered.
saying that you were completely sheltered at... Yeah.
I was sheltered. Even with my boy, he was controlling. He would go. I
See,
didn't
this
go.
says a lot
Tattoo,
about why...
Metro underage fairy tales.
Tattoo underage was my thing, man, because...
You know, I
Metro
you know what?
was the
I still
big one.
remember this guy, right? In tattoo, right? He'd wear the white Bonds top, the t-shirt though, but the
Yeah,
tight
I
one.
know. The 502
That's what I
Levi's
remember
jeans.
of
That was
underage.
my ex-partner.
Yeah. Or-
Was the Bonds and the
Underage
502
I'd go to
Levi's.
Substance on Chapel Street, right down near KFC. Like, there was that one shop that had always, like, cheap, nice-looking clothes. But Tattoo was good because it was all the north side people,
Yeah.
but there was never any people from southeast. I'd be the only one there, and I might
okay.
see, you know, one random, you know?
That's
But
better.
It explains a
lot
lot.
better.
Malaka, it explains a lot as to why her pronunciation is shit, her accent, like, it's so fucking different.
What?
Because we're from the gutter.
Shit.
No, not shit.
Because
As
I've been ragging on you for ages about how you pronounce words, like your pronunciation and why our accents are so different, even though you're a wog from literally 2Ks
Can
over.
I say that around you guys, all my brothers, and on this podcast, I feel like I turn into one of you guys.
No, you don't.
I do. I
No,
swear.
you're
I
yourself.
have that.
you're still,
blonde-
you're still a notch above.
No. Hey, unless you're
No, I do.
unless you're putting on airs around us, I doubt it because you are. I'll tell you what, you are literally the closest representation of how someone is outside of this podcast.
See, I don't see that.
Yeah, because I actually have coffee with you, like, outside, so I know what you're like. This is exactly
Same.
you. I'm telling you.
Okay.
But underages are great.
Yeah.
But I swear
anyway,
a
the
lot with
underages.
you. Okay, I'm going to start saying fudge.
I'm getting flashbacks, man.
Fudge.
Yes, I don't like
Fudge,
swearing.
cheese and crackers.
Yes. Shitty bix.
That's still a curse word.
I don't care. It's nicer.
How?
Has a little...
Oh, man, that's fudged. You're fucked.
Fuck. Dude. Underages were the best.
Oh, dude, I'm getting flashbacks, man.
Did shit happen that was, like, untoward?
Dude.
Yeah. Are you for real?
Oh,
I am. I've never been.
Fights,
Maybe you should go
drugs,
to one now.
alcohol.
Take it to an underage
You know what? The
now.
fights were great.
Yeah. There was always fights, like, standard. There would always be some vendetta going on.
Yeah.
Usually between the Greeks
a girl.
And the Turks.
Yeah,
From
the
Southland.
Turks.
Because we used to go to fairy tales in Moorabbin.
Yeah,
and
and that
Moorabbin
was-
Town Hall.
that's Turk Town.
The Turks used to be at Southland. They used to come down the Nepean Highway. I remember once there was like 20, 30 of them outside throwing rocks and shit at the windows and cops had to come and
Yeah.
shit.
All
So
there was
good.
brawls about girl. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember brawls about girls. Or two girls brawling over a dude. That was the funniest.
Yeah.
Dude, they
man.
got vicious, like, bad.
And you'd see one, without a doubt, every time you went.
And
you'd
it's
see a
they're
fight.
underage, yeah, so everyone's like 16, 15, maybe 17.
And see, these were the days before these little cunts these days. Like, we didn't have, like, weapons and
Do
shit.
they have them now?
Underage, yeah.
but it's not the
They do, but it's not the same. And it's not
And do
promoted
people
as,
go?
as... Huh?
Do people go?
Well, I'll tell you what, man.
A lot of the young'uns are now not even drinking. They're taking drugs.
Well, this is what I was going to say. Years ago, I was on my bike. It was like nighttime, like Saturday night. Me and a couple of boys were just going for bike rides, like we used to do as well. And we had like a backpack with like a couple of stubbies in it. It was a nice summer night, so we just cruised around. You know, it wasn't that long ago, maybe 5 years ago. Yeah, 6. Mm-hmm. And we're rolling around Moorabbin area where all the warehouses are, and you could just hear like coming from somewhere. So we started rolling down Cochrane's towards Sportsmart, and just where that
Oh my
indoor,
God, there. Jesus.
yeah, where the indoor soccer
a
hall
warehouse?
is. Where that indoor soccer hall is. I used to play mixed indoor there, man. Like, you just hear music pumping. There were girls in, like, mini skirts, you know, shit hanging out. What the fuck's going on? So I've gone up to the door. I go, mate, what the hell? He's like, oh, it's an underage. He goes, how old? He looked at me and goes, you remember fairy tales? I'm like, yeah. And he goes, yeah, it's like that, man, but different. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? He goes, oh, we just had to throw someone out because they were under a table, like guy and a girl. They were fucking around underneath some table, and you can't physically grab them because it's assault. So they sprayed them with water, like cats. Yeah. And then he goes, it's fucked up.
It's
He goes-
totally different.
He said, I'm actually overdoing these gigs because they pay jack all, and B, half these kids are running around like, and they're just chewing their lips off, like they're all fucked.
Yeah.
See,
And they're
back when we
underage.
were going, there wasn't like
Wow.
drugs. Someone might have a bit of weed or something like that, but it wasn't speed, pills, nothing like that. We didn't
Yeah.
have any. It was all just having a drink before we got in.
Yeah, we get
And
fucking
are they doing pills or is it ice?
Everything,
everything,
dude.
whatever.
Like, we would get blitz before we'd go, but just alcohol.
We would attempt to get as drunk as we could before we got there, but without getting too wasted that we wouldn't be let in.
So we'd go around the corner, try and smash this quick. Hurry up, we need to go in.
Yeah.
Would you not
It'd
bring
be like $15
plastic?
entry.
No.
It's like $15 entry.
Yeah, 15, 20 bucks.
Yeah.
You had a 20,
20.
you'd get in, and then you'd buy 2 bottles of red water.
Yeah.
Water?
man.
Red water.
Oh my God.
Yeah. It was in like the town halls and stuff.
This is nostalgia hour.
Yeah.
People would get fucked up, like that would be, and you'd laugh because guys would like literally passed out and stuff.
I remember getting chased once coming out of
Yeah.
fairy tales.
I
I
got
had the
chased
big
out of
white
one.
FUBU jacket on.
That's mad.
And these guys rocked up. They were from the north for sure.
Yeah.
I was like 16. They're like, hey man, give us a jacket and we'll give you a lift. Yeah, fuck off, idiot. What'd you say, you little cunt? Car takes off. Me hucking on that,
Yeah.
running down the Bean Highway.
That's mad.
I wouldn't have.
Good times, man. We had, like, jumping over fences and shit. It was so good.
You don't get away with that now because everyone's got a camera phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, how long have camera phones been in existence?
Dude, probably 2008-ish.
I remember my phone at Box Hill TAFE,
Yeah.
2003, just got a camera on it. That was like a big thing.
But that was like...
no, it wasn't a smartphone. It was just a camera phone.
Actually, you're right. I remember when, you know, the 3 phones came out?
Yeah.
The big silver flip
Yeah,
ones?
yeah.
They had a camera on it. Yeah.
And
So
that was end of
But it
grade
was so
4.
pixelated, you could hardly make out
Yeah.
the picture.
Yeah, I've got photos on my
But it was
computer.
like, man, you got a camera phone? Like, fuck.
Yeah.
I know.
I remember Tommy Lee said something. Remember that song? It was by Tommy Lee. Was it Methods of Mayhem? Was that the name of his group? Tommy Lee had a solo album, and he had a song.
Tommy Lee, what a unit, man.
Yeah, he had a song about the paparazzi and like being hunted by the media.
I'll have a look.
And he says something about everyone having a camera, something like a flip phone camera or something. But yeah, you think about it, right? Back then, nothing was documented. You know, now every 2 seconds, breaking media news is literally a fight in a high school between two kids. Do you know how much that annoys me? Like, you literally sit down to, like, you've made dinner, you've sat down, you want to watch the news, and it's like, breaking news. A fight has broken out in a high school in remote Victoria. What the fuck? How is this newsworthy? A fight occurred. Dude, fights happen every day. How is that newsworthy? Like, that really pisses me off.
He's got a couple of sort of like Get Naked, New Skin, Fight Song, Time Bomb. I don't know.
I can't remember which album was, man. I had one of them. This was back then, around then, that time, 2004, 5. I was obsessed with the track. Anyway.
Anger Management.
Maybe it was Anger Management. I don't remember. Tommy Lee. What a
That guy's
nut.
loose, man.
Yeah, he's a nut.
Have we spoken about him and his big
You were
dong?
talking about his dick.
Yeah.
You were
thought so.
talking about his dick.
He's brawling with his son at the
Memories.
moment.
I'll repeat, you were talking about his dick.
Yeah, I heard.
Don't forget. So nonchalant, and she just holds the wine up.
The Greeks.
Come on, man. She totally disregards any of my attempts to troll because she's got a wine glass. And it's
It's the perfect.
Wait.
It's the perfect out. Just swirls the wine glass.
Hey, I'm aerating it.
Meanwhile, I got a 7-Eleven tea. What is it? Honeydew. Yeah, nah, Tommy Lee's
$1,
balling
guys,
with his son.
$1.
It's over Pamela Anderson, I think.
Yeah. And then
Why?
apparently
What
someone over and hit Tommy Lee, and then they press charges against each other. It's all fucked up.
I don't know.
It's just like a normal family.
Yeah, it is.
It's just a normal family. You could be
it
a rock
is.
star, you
It
could
is,
be
it
anyone
is.
you want. You'll always have problems, mate.
Well, dude, it's like the Gallagher brothers, yeah?
Oh, those guys.
I love those guys.
Yeah, they hate each other, right?
Yeah.
But what are they doing? Nothing. They're feuding like siblings feud. Big fucking deal.
But they're still touring.
You're brawled with your sisters. I brawl with my sister. Big deal. As in, like, you know what I mean? It's a
Yeah.
brawl, but it's like public
full
knowledge.
news, full
That's newsworthy.
TMZ.
Yeah. Like, do you know what I mean? And I don't know, man. I feel like, look at it this way. What was on the news when we were kids? Do you remember?
Brady
A
Bunch.
lot of Australian politics.
That's the news.
A lot of Australian politics.
Oh, sorry. You said what's on the news.
Yeah. He's up on the wine, man.
I was like,
I've had 1.5. Not even. These are like shot glass wine
from
glasses.
Earing Station.
It is.
Very nice.
From where?
It is nice.
Earing Station. Earing.
Oh, that's the name of the wine.
Nice winery.
Yeah, but Earing Station in.
When did you come off saying it's a nice
Wedding.
wine?
Yeah,
They do
well
weddings and
done.
shit.
Oh,
He's
they
a
do
little more
weddings-
cultured, Dim.
They do weddings and shit. That's the only reason I know.
I knew
Yes,
that would get you.
I'm a little more
So you need the
refined.
wine. You're
'Cause I
untouchable
don't
with
drink
wine.
Why?
No, I don't drink the wine. I know the winery though.
Oh!
So what does it make him? A fraud?
No, culture.
Well, fuck off, man. I'm not cultured because I don't buy wine.
Yeah, have the wine glass.
Actually,
You're untouchable.
I don't want your
with it.
fucking wine glass. Here's a question. Do you actually cook with wine?
Do I cook with it?
She drinks it. She buys it for the risotto. Just necking
Are you
it.
gonna put in wine in that? There.
No, you know what wine I do use? If it's red, it's always the wine that's gone off. So I keep it for the cooking.
Doesn't it make the food taste off then?
No.
Because you're burning
Because
it.
it's sort of, yeah.
Because you're burning it.
It's almost
I've never used
cooking
wine for
while
cooking.
it's going off in that
I
sense.
think I used wine once when someone gave me a bottle of wine for like Christmas or something.
Red wine's good for like sauces, meats, that kind of
I
thing.
know, but I don't know. Because,
White wine risottos.
Yeah, but I don't know how to pair it. Like, I don't know.
Google.
Yeah. No,
Yeah, I
it's
know, but like...
As in.
and it
I know
does
what you
taste.
mean, yeah.
It does taste different when it's
I
cooked.
did it once and I didn't taste anything. It tastes the same.
I think, yeah, I know what you're saying, but I think once you understand like the wine,
This is the
if
perfect
you
time
do
to
like,
picking up your glass. When you're explaining.
if you,
You're such a fucking...
Perfect
whatever.
time.
Next topic.
But yeah, I've never cooked with wine, so
Yeah.
I wouldn't have a clue.
Yeah.
I was saying about the news.
Yeah.
This is what I don't understand.
What was on the news when we were kids?
There's more shit sensationalizing America's news on our TVs than there is
To be
Nowadays.
honest, I actually think it was all bullshit. It was always the same. I hated the news since I was a little girl.
Why?
I've just hated it. I don't like the sound. I don't like I don't like the, like, The start of the news? Yeah. I don't like the fact
Yeah, but would
that
your dad
my
tell
mother...
everyone to shut up
Yep.
while watching the news?
Exactly.
A man
But
told
not
her to
only-
shut her hole.
No, my
Shut
dad...
your butthole.
No, my dad wouldn't tell me, but just the household would have to be quiet.
Be quiet watching the news.
Right, and it was more my mum, not my dad,
Yeah.
because my dad watched Italian news. You know what I mean? Otherwise he'd ask, like, Lydia, what's going on?
Yeah, but you
But
know
my
what?
mum-
Everyone had to be quiet when the weather came on.
Yeah, but see, even at that point, I wanted to know what the weather was. But my mum would watch you know how it's like 6 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 6 o'clock, whatever it is,
Yeah,
5 o'clock, 7 o'clock. I'm like, how
Mad
many
updates.
fucking times
Yeah.
do we have to watch
And then
the
60
same
Minutes
shit?
comes on.
Yeah, see, I would rather... I actually remember as a kid watching 60 Minutes and actually being okay with that. But...
Why?
Because sometimes
there's
they'll
more
have
news
60 minutes,
stories.
60 minutes a current affair news stories, they're not
A
the
current
news.
affair, no.
Today, tonight.
Okay, a current affair's become a joke.
That's bullshit.
A current affair's become a joke.
A current affair and all that is just TMZ now.
Yeah,
It's what
but
it is. It's just-
for rural, for urban
Yeah,
communities.
it's just
Yeah.
bullshit.
Yeah.
Whenever my mum has something to say, like about any topic, right? I'm like, Mum, where did you hear this? Oh, I saw something on a current affair. Oh! Like, I'm just
Yeah,
like...
it's fucked. That reporting they do
Oh,
is horrible.
It's horrible, but I'm like, you should be ashamed of yourself as that
They
is
get
your
up in people's
reference.
faces, and the guy's getting
Yeah.
angry. It's like, oh, he got abused. It's like, dude, he just pushed you out of the way because he was trying to get to his car. It's like shocking new developments. What developments? He just shoved you out of the way to get
It's
to his
such a
car.
joke. It's such a
they
joke.
over dramatize everything. It's
But I think as a kid, it used to give me anxiety for no reason.
Yeah.
And I would actually sit there, watch it and go, but Mum, why? Like, I wouldn't understand how they're portraying it because I would see something beyond, I would see something that was unfair at the way they were portraying something.
Yeah.
Like, I even felt that as a kid, going, this is stupid.
were you a Channel 7 household? Channel 9? Channel 10?
No, channel fucking everything.
Really?
Yes. And it was so loud. I'm
Who
like,
channel
is
10?
everyone dead?
Yeah, same. My papa used to like Mel Walden. Remember that
Do you know who I do love? Speaking of news
What a gun.
presenters, do you know who I do love is Peter Mitchell. I love that dude.
Why?
Peter Mitchell. Oh, yeah, that guy.
He's slipping hard.
I think is he?
The bad.
He's been around for a long time.
He fumbles and
Yeah.
flubs every third word, man.
Give him some love because he's been around for a long time. I think
Peter
he's such
Hitchner
a,
as well.
Peter Hitchner.
Yeah, that
that's
guy.
what that's
Is
what
that
I
you talking
said.
about Channel
Peter
9?
Hitchner.
That's what I said.
Channel 9. No, you
That's
said
what I
Peter
said.
Mitchell.
Mitchell,
Wait,
he's on
who's
Channel
Mitchell?
7.
They've all got those sort of
Channel
names.
7.
Peter Mitchell,
Who am I
Peter.
talking- Okay, the
Rob
gay.
Burgundy.
Sorry,
The best one
I
out of
like
all.
him. Yeah, the gay one. Who's
Peter Hitchner.
That's
Peter
Hitchner.
Hitchner.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So who's Peter Mitchell?
He's actually a nice guy. I've met him.
Yeah, I really think
Really
he's
nice
beautiful.
guy.
I can
Is he a
feel his
celebrant?
soul.
No, that's the weather guy.
That's Mike Larkin.
Yeah, I see him all the time at
They got the
weddings.
same names, all of them. man.
You know what? With Mike Larkin.
Could you
what a
imagine
gun,
me
man.
as a presenter?
He's such a smooth guy.
Yeah.
Like,
And
he's
on the
one of the
weather,
boys. He's actually one of the
Aurora
boys before.
Di Domenico.
What?
Sorry. I'm just on a tangent.
You just sound like one of those.
Well, you know the weather guy on Channel 10? Mike Larkin.
No.
You don't know him?
But the main weather guy that everyone sees everywhere?
Yeah,
yes,
he makes
I know
a
him.
joke. He makes
Yeah.
his blame up. He's a wedding celebrant.
Oh, is
They're
it?
all wedding
Yeah.
celebrants. All the ex-TV hosts, all the TV anchors, all the even just low-budget soapy stars. They
Yeah.
all go into celebrants.
And
work,
he gets
NXT work.
jobs, man, because
My
of who he is.
initial job before psychologist and or teacher was wanting to be a journalist and go on and run a show like Getaway.
Actually,
What the hell is that journalism?
You're
what they're going through
talking
holidays.
about
They're not
travel.
journalists, dude. They're presenters.
Presenters.
Wait, okay, hang on. Let me ask you a
But to
question.
do that-
I can see her on Getaway.
Hang
I
on. Let me finish.
Yeah, I can. You know what? Eat, Pray, Love. Here's another chapter of.
You know what? Did you just sit there and be like, damn you, Katrina Roundtree?
No, I just thought it was
Now she
awesome.
does
She
those
got to
vitamin
travel
ads.
and talk about where she's going and
Okay, Aurora, let
about
me
what
ask you a
she's
question.
doing. She has to have done journalism to do that, though.
Really?
Yes.
How many of these TV
man.
presenters?
Maybe not now,
tourism
but back
course.
then for sure.
Dude, they don't do journalism. They're
Not
presenters.
now.
They present information
Look
they're
up,
given.
has Katrina Roundtree done journalism?
Oh.
You're saying she has a background in journalism?
Yes.
Why are you looking at me with the daggers,
Because
man?
fuck off, you don't know.
You don't know. I don't know Katrina Roundtree's story.
You don't know because you don't have a glass of
She's
wine
only
in your hand.
47? I thought she was like 80.
Oh my god, she looks 80.
Dude, she's only 47.
The world of journalism.
Well, I haven't looked it up yet,
She must
but
have-
it does come up with Australian presenter. But let me have a
Yeah,
look.
she's a presenter.
Yes.
Of course she's a presenter. They're all presenters. But I'm saying
Let's see
you
her
have to have
education background.
Yeah.
She
I know.
studied journalism. Fuck off. Dude, at
Thank you.
Clearly College in Sydney. I never heard of that college, so that doesn't count. Hasn't even got a wiki.
It fucking counts.
She doesn't have a wiki.
No, the college.
Oh,
Anyway.
college.
So yes,
And she was working as a researcher.
Dude,
with
Alex
business
has a
review.
wiki.
not only
but
am
the
I
university
right,
doesn't.
but my point was that I wanted to be a journalist. Can you see me present like a travel show?
Yeah. Just with your wine and
Thanks.
being on a beach somewhere.
I love it.
Just wearing capri pants.
Yeah. I could see it. No.
Just wearing
no joke.
capris
Me too.
with
Thank
a
you.
scarf. Okay, and here I am. I'm getting paid to
Living
go to,
the life.
I'm getting paid to go to Tuscany and try wine out for the next 2 weeks.
Yes.
See you later,
Yes,
dickheads.
sir.
Meanwhile, I'm sitting at work. I can't even come on my
Meanwhile, now I
power
get
bill.
to do that without the obligatory job. So
What do you mean?
so I do that anyway, but I just don't have to report to anyone. So that's
What,
probably even
journalism?
better. No, travel.
What the fuck, man?
I'm free.
I always wanted to be. I would have loved to be a presenter of Headbangers Ball on MTV.
What the hell is that?
That was
Metal
just
show.
the metal show, yeah?
So good.
Is that like some
Midnight.
kind of real world?
Oh no.
but for-
This is before MTV. You remember when MTV actually played music?
Yes.
Back in the old days.
Yes, and I
Real
remember-
world stuff. Like
Yeah.
that's the new
No.
generation.
I remember before then there was even an Australian presenter I liked. I also wanted her job.
Yeah.
I think she was Croatian. I forget her name.
You want to take everyone's job.
No, I don't want to take everyone's job. I just like certain particular jobs.
So you just sidle in and like get your elbow in and then just eventually work them out of their jobs.
I did a gig on Channel 31 and I think I was in year 11 for presenting and stuff. I was like, I'm doing that again.
Why?
Oh, it was terrible. I don't know what it was
Well,
for,
I
but
don't-
it was
look,
not a
I
great
don't-
experience. It was just work
I know people that have
experience.
started on 31. I mean, with the media thing, we did jobs for 31, and they went from 31 to become, fully fledged paid presenters.
I used to love Channel 31 when it was offline. Just had that tank.
Do you know
the one
what?
Fish.
Yeah.
Now I think I could do it, but back then I did not have the confidence to pull it off. So,
You did it.
I reckon
No.
you could have done it though.
No,
What are you for real?
For real.
I cannot imagine a time when you weren't like kicking men in the balls just because.
Why don't you
didn't-
write something down?
Can I say no?
Why don't you
I
pitch
had
something?
the confidence. I could do it.
Mongolian throat singers. Go to Mongolia.
I'm gonna put her on a horse into the mountains.
I'm just trying. Like I could do it, but I would overcompensate for the lack of self-confidence I had. Does
So what
that
would you
make
do?
sense? So you.
Hi guys.
No. It would actually be like normal to everyone else, but underneath it all, the foundation was not there. So now it's like I can do whatever and
Do you have
no sweat off my back.
copies of
But
this Channel 31 thing?
no, I wouldn't even know what it is, where to find it, what it's
I'm
called.
gonna dig it up.
Channel 31, all that's actually, they've got NITV now. They're actually doing alright. They've got some good shows, man.
Dude, every
This was years ago.
channel starts as a public broadcasting thing. You know what I mean?
PBS.
Yeah, PBS.
Fuck
and,
PBS.
and eventually they pull enough weight, and they think, man, tell me, you know what? I'm going to ask you this. This happened to me on the way while I was coming here. Yeah, this completely unrelated. This literally happened to me. I was going to ask you what your thought is. I was driving down down Princess Highway, and I was right near the St Kilda Cemetery, right? And I know a guy that lives in that side street. Yeah, and I've looked up. And I've seen that as I'm approaching the side street, I was going to text him, I can't remember what I was going to say, like something random. And as I pulled out my phone, he's texted me a picture of like, what's his name? Clubber Lang. Because it's on
Synchronicity.
Foxtel right now. And just said, don't you love coming home to this? And it's
kinda creepy.
That happens to me all the fucking time.
That's synchronicity.
Yeah.
That I
What
think
is that? What is it like?
It's like-minded energy. It's I have that all the time as well.
Okay.
And if you're open to it, you can see it happening more. It keeps
It happens a
happening.
lot though.
That happens heaps.
You think of someone, they call.
Yeah, that sort of
Or-
shit.
Yeah.
Where does that sit? In what realm does that sit? Is that
In
just
what realm?
coincidence? You know?
Depends if you believe in coincidence or not. I don't necessarily believe in it. I just think it's like-minded energy. I think people read into it though. Like, if it's not coincidence, right? They're like, it must be a sign, or what does that mean? It's too profound. It's too uncanny to be coincidence. So they read too much into it.
Like, when's the last
For
time
me,
you spoke to this guy?
It's energy.
I see him every day.
Oh.
Yeah, I work with him.
For me, it's just energy and like-minded energy.
Yeah. I work with this guy, so I see him pretty frequently at work.
And it happens subconsciously, like it happens energetically without your...
Yeah. And the reason why I bring it up is because
being-
you keep bringing it up every week, the paranormal. Every week you bring it
I
up.
love the paranormal.
But we never get to touch into it. And I just want to know, is this just stupid coincidence because we happen to be mates and, we're likely to text each other at some point during the week? Or is there something triggering it further than that?
I think it's energy, yeah, for sure.
What do you think it is?
However,
Probably just energy and stuff like that.
does it happen to you when it's a friend or somebody that you're not in regular contact with?
Yeah, fuck oath.
Right. So, like-minded energy. It's like
Like a
you might
sync,
think
like
of
a-
an in-sync thing. Like, you might be driving and think of that person, then the thought goes. Within a few days, they text back. I think it's because that thought has gone. You've
I'm not-
thought of them and it's travelled.
No, I'm not talking about days. I'm talking about seconds.
Okay, seconds, days,
that's-
whatever. It's irrelevant, is what I'm saying.
I
It's the
hate it
point
when
that
people
just
take the
travels.
piss and they're like, "Oh, it's a sign. I have to." It's like, dude, you broke an egg in your kitchen. It's not a sign that you have to go become
Yeah,
a farmer.
like, I think some people read
You
into
know what I
it.
mean?
They use their mind to read into something
Yeah,
that
I hate it when
shouldn't
people
be
overreach
read
shit.
into.
So I'm trying not to read. I just want to know, does that lie?
I just think it's pretty
It's
cool.
energy.
Yeah.
I reckon
It's
it's pretty cool,
energy.
man. I reckon that's pretty creepy.
Yeah.
But in a cool way. Like, I
Do
don't
you,
wouldn't
when
look at too much
talking
of it.
about the paranormal, do you experience a lot of, like, do you feel...
When I was younger, I did.
What happened? Or what encounters did you have?
I don't see, I feel.
Yeah. So,
Stuff like
did
that.
you feel like someone was there? Was it dense energy? Did you smell anything? Did you like, what was it?
No,
What senses
just
were-
feeling like,
Were you alarmed? Were you scared? Were you okay?
okay.
Yep. And but what do you mean? So how young were you?
I remember the first time would have been when I was about 8.
What happened?
I never met my grandfather.
Okay.
My dad's dad.
Yep.
And yeah, I swear I could feel breathing on me.
So you could feel that?
Sorry, yeah, I could feel that.
Yeah,
like,
right.
Me with more feel. I never really saw anything.
Yeah.
But
That's
the feel.
Yeah.
It was
That's
really, like,
clairsentient.
creepy kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I didn't know, because I was just like, what the fuck? Someone
what
left
is
the
it?
window open. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kind of, I was a kid.
But
so I wouldn't-
did your mind actually go through that? Is the window open? Is there a draft?
Well,
like
I
that
remember
kind of
this
thing?
very vividly, because when that happened, I actually went to my mum and I said, I had a dream about Papu, which was my grandfather, but I didn't know what he looked like. And I went through old photos, and I go, that guy. I didn't know who he was, and Mum's like, yeah, that's your grandfather. So, but I never ever saw him before in my life.
Yep.
So that, I think that kind of connected
Yeah.
all that kind of shit. So
Yeah.
I always felt that he was around me.
Cool.
That kind of thing.
Is it
So
only him? Do you feel
I
other
carry his name.
entities?
I carry his name and everything.
Right.
And I've got that same thing as him. I was born with that.
Yep.
As he
What
did.
is it? A cyst?
A little mole.
Oh.
That I've got his name. I look exactly like him. It's creepy.
Yep.
So I don't know. I've always had that connection with him, even though I've never met him.
So to this day, do you still feel things?
Not really.
Yeah.
Not so much these days. But he'll always be in my dreams, or he always just comes across every now and then and stuff like that.
be
Do you believe wholeheartedly in the paranormal?
I don't. Like, I'm not a person that would say, "Oh, you're full of shit." I'll always listen to someone.
So you're
that have
open,
something
but
to
you're
say.
just not sure.
Yeah. Like, my mum is quite spiritual, as in that kind of sense.
Mm.
Like a black voodoo woman. She got like fucking caricatures in that
I like
house.
her. Can I meet
You go
her?
over there, she's making potions and shit. Chooks with cut neck.
All right, now I'm scared.
Nah, but she, she's
I'm now thinking of the proposal with Betty White. Have you seen that?
Proposal. I've got a question about the proposal.
Oh, dear
remember that.
Lord.
No,
Okay.
just remember that. We're going to come back to it.
Okay.
But I've always felt things.
Yeah.
You know, like I've always, I don't know, I walk into somewhere, it could be a room full of people, but I would feel something that wasn't. It wouldn't be this guy. It wouldn't be you. It wouldn't be just something different.
100%.
And
I
you
feel
think it
Stinks.
it's like a cloud.
It's
Yeah,
you.
I can't-
Some guy in the back standing next to an air
eating,
conditioner.
eating like
farted.
sausage roll.
Oh, okay.
Like, and he just looks at me like, it's the shot. Damn, he smelled it.
Bastard.
But I love the paranormal. Like, I find it really interesting.
Yeah.
And I always look up, shows and things like that. No, not so much the Hollywood shows, more like documentaries and things
Yeah.
like that, of when they walk into paranormal places, like houses
Like
where they
haunted
think
houses.
there's... I don't watch, like, you know, they got it on Foxtel now, A&E, they've got this hunting ghosts show.
Oh, the ghost
What
galleries,
a
yeah.
joke.
I know.
What a joke. You can see right through that shit. Can you hear that? Did you hear that? Yes, motherfucker, it was a door creaking. And you picked it up
That
through
was
your microphone.
Mick. I sent Mick out to get some coffee.
Mick is
coming
with the
in
fart.
behind us.
You know,
Yeah.
shit like that.
Yeah.
Whatever. But actual docos and stuff, I love that shit. I love that shit.
Have you felt that with anyone else? Like, I know you say you're close to your grandfather.
Yeah. But I don't know who.
Yeah, right. But
Yeah.
what's the feeling you feel? Like, whenever you felt it, do you just kind of go, the fuck, someone's here?
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't know
I
who
like-
you are? Like, do you
it's
start
like-
talking to yourself but talk to
I
them?
always
Like, how does it work?
It sounds creepy, right? It sounds like I'm a nutter. But
No, I
always,
understand it.
always
I
feel,
completely
I always
resonate.
feel that someone is next to me or behind me.
Okay.
Even when I go for walks at night, because I love going for walks at night. So I walk, and it's not for me. You know, when someone looks behind them, it's like making sure no one's there.
Yeah.
Like they're gonna stab you.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit about that. My thing is, I can feel someone walking behind me. and I
As a
look behind-
protection?
I don't know. I don't feel. It's not a scared thing. It's not
Yeah.
a weirded out thing.
Or it's just weird, like someone's there.
Just-
but you
yeah,
just don't know
it just
who.
feels like, damn, what the fuck's going on here, man? You know,
Right.
like, that kind of thing.
Right.
But it'll only, but it doesn't come to me all the time. Like it's not like an all the time
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, yeah.
But it'll enter my mind, and I'll look behind me. It's like, you know, when you feel something and
No,
you
I
kind of
get
look
it.
behind you.
Yeah.
That's what I feel. It's like, that was weird.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
that kind of thing. I just keep going about my business.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel that.
I resonate. Does it happen to you?
The house that I grew up in was haunted.
So what happened? What did you feel
Literally.
as a kid?
Yeah, from the
Yeah.
time I was a kid to the time I moved out.
I can see your parents, like, if you ever voiced it, I can feel your parents just going, like, there's nothing.
No, my old man confirmed it. My mum,
So what happened?
my mum
Like,
had forgotten about it, and then when I brought it up, she's like, "I don't know what you're talking about." All right,
Okay.
but my old man confirmed it like 100%, and my sister confirmed it as well.
Cool. So what did you feel?
All right. Well, there are recollections that I have, and there are recollections that my parents have. Or at least my dad like confirmed it wholeheartedly.
Okay.
Yeah. When they first moved in, as in before I was born, my mum was pregnant when I was pregnant when they bought the house, like close to birth. But
Okay.
yeah, so I wasn't around. My old man said that you go into the front of the house. And there was always this smell coming from the front right angle of the front door. You know where the TV used to be?
Yeah,
That
yeah.
corner
Yeah.
of the house, yeah? So as soon as you walk, it's one of those old state built
You walk in,
built
turn to your
houses.
right, and to the right. Like,
Yeah,
right
yeah,
there.
There's a living room, and then on the left-hand side is a corridor with the two bedrooms.
Yeah,
Yeah, every
yeah.
house in that street
Yeah.
looks exactly the same.
Yeah.
Just
built-
opposite.
very
built in
wild.
the 50s, 60s.
Yeah.
State government built houses.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. And they said that this smell would be like vile, like vomit, like the most putrid smell you could ever think of.
Really?
And they said, he goes, my old man told me this. He said that they would go in, and when they first moved in, and the smell would be coming from this one corner. And like, what the fuck? They looked under the house to see if there was anything dead, in the roof, in the walls, everywhere. They had no idea what it was. And it would come and go and come and go. Yeah? And then, after I was born, my old man said that, you know, they'd leave me, like, me and my sister would be, like, you know, like, we were speaking, like, we were young, but we were talking. They'd come in and they'd see, like, me. He said, this is what he said to me. He goes, I'd ask you who you were talking to. And, like, me and my sister would say, well, we're talking to the kid that was here. Like, some kid. Like, we were talking to a third person. And he's like, what kid? And he just sort of rubbished it as in, like, oh, it's just kids.
It was both of you
Kids
guys.
playing.
Kids making shit up, yeah? You know, like imaginary friends or whatever. Because they were kids, you know? Then he said, do you remember the set out of the living room, yeah? Like,
Yeah, of
remember
course.
the back couches, like
Yeah,
where the
yeah,
back
yeah.
wall
Yeah,
is?
yeah.
He goes, I'd be sitting there watching TV, and the TV sat in that corner where the smell used to come from, right? Mm-hmm. And he goes, I'll never forget this one. You guys were young, so you wouldn't have remembered. Like, you were very young. I was watching the news or some shit one night. Your mother's sitting in the chair opposite me, and you guys are in the middle of the room playing or whatever. And he goes, out of the corner of my eye, I could see this build-up of light in the far corner
Yeah.
towards the window.
Classic.
And then as soon as I would turn and fix my gaze on it, like my focus, it would disappear. Until one time he goes, fuck it. He goes, I'll play with it. And he, like, this happened continuously. Then he goes, and one time he left it. So he was just watching TV, and you could just see it building up. Until it got really fucking bright, and then quickly he's turned his head and it's vanished. He goes, I looked at your mother, she was like white as a sheet. I asked her what she saw, and she said she saw a little boy. Like a boy. Now, as far as what I experienced, because all this happened before I was born, what I experienced was from my bedroom at the back of the house, I would constantly hear, and this is usually when no one was home, right? No one else was home. I would hear footsteps from the front of the house, running down to where the mirror was, you know, where the bathroom is, the center of the house.
Yeah.
You would hear footsteps going up and down, like running.
Like a kid playing.
Yeah. Like running up and down, running into the kitchen and running back.
Did it scare you?
Nah, initially it freaked me the fuck out when I was
Yeah.
a kid.
'Cause that's
Yeah.
creepy. That's
creepy.
Yeah.
One night, I remember I was in high school. I remember I was just doing some shit on the computer or whatever. Maybe it was just after
So you were in
high
that
school.
house that whole time?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. My sister came in one night. It was like fucking midnight, 1 a.m., whatever. And she goes, you got anyone here? I'm like, no. Like, the bedroom's empty. You on the phone? I'm like, no. Why? I could fucking hear voices between my wall and your wall. Like, someone talking. Yeah? And then I remember once, I think you were there, Malaka. Me, you, and we'd come home from something, and no, me and Adam were in the backyard. We were playing guitar, man. We're in the backyard.
Yeah.
We're in the backyard, and you could hear someone fucking running through the house. And
Because in your house it echoed. Because
Yeah.
you got the floorboards.
Yeah, the floorboards.
So you can actually really hear it. Like, it wasn't like tile.
because it's elevated. They're
No, I
elevated
know.
floorboards.
Yeah.
And we were in the backyard,
with
and
my
he was like, "Is
nonna's
someone
house.
fucking home?" I'm like, "I don't know." So your old lady back? I'm like, "No, I don't think so. Why?" We ran through the house, and you physically, like, we were all the way through. You could feel a presence, but we ran all the way through, and he was freaking the fuck out. This other guy. We ran to the front of the house, and you could physically hear it. I used to get the feeling every time I'd come home, because I'd always be the first one home from work, right? So 3:30, 4 o'clock. I would pull into the driveway, and I would always feel like someone was standing in the living room watching the car pull in. And then by the time I pulled my car in, jumped out, and then walked around to the back entrance, I felt like someone I could hear them run from the living room to the front, to the middle of the house, to the kitchen. And then when I get to the back door, they would run back into the front of the house.
Like, what I'm, no, I get it. I'm just wondering, like, from that experience, do you both, you say it with conviction now, but do you both kind of doubt it? Like, have you ever had that experience? I know you're saying, Nick, that you have, from time to time, you can feel someone there. But is that the only experience you've had? Have you kind of blocked it out subconsciously so that you don't feel any of that? Or do you kind of even doubt your own experience in that to some degree?
Because
to
I
block it off,
remember when I started coming to terms with it, like, this is legit, nothing to be afraid of, blah, blah. Because I would stand in my room playing guitar by myself for
like
like a day.
self-soothe when you
I'd be by myself, just playing guitar, music full blaring, and while I'm standing there just looking down at the frets, I could feel and see a shadow behind the door of my bedroom,
Right.
as if it was someone standing there listening to me play. And then
Yeah.
as soon as I would make it more obvious and I'd look up, it'd go away. But you could feel like a presence.
Yep.
And I had one person confirm it. Actually, I had a few people confirm it, but the most prominent one was I was away in Sydney for a weekend, and my mum coincidentally was going away the same weekend to Sydney. We both had booked different flights. We didn't know we were both going at the same time. And the decking was getting done in the back, so a friend of mine who lived around the corner, she was having issues with her mum or something at the time, so I said, "Do you want a house sit? We need someone to, like, let the guys in to do the decking, blah, blah, blah. Just stay here, chill out, feed the cat, you know what I mean? Do us a favour." She's like, "All right, cool, I will." When I came back, she was like white as a sheet. She was staying in my room, and she was white as a sheet. She goes, "Dude, your house is fucked." I'm like, "Why?" She goes, "Okay, the footsteps." She goes, "Man, I thought I fucking imagined it." I'm like, "Nah, it's fucked." She goes, "You didn't tell me?" I'm like, "Nah, what for?"
Was it scary before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Legit.
I did see one thing once, but I don't know if it was my mind playing tricks on me.
Okay.
It wasn't.
I was
like,
drunk. I
No,
just
no,
snorted
no.
3 lines of coke. I hadn't slept in 4 days.
And I was 6 years old.
But it's legit.
No.
It actually happened.
I was driving to my place,
Oh.
my ex. So I
Yeah.
was about 18, 19. Not home.
Seriously?
Yeah, all your Italians stick together. I remember I pulled over on Carroll Road.
Yeah.
So, but the tip side. Yeah. So driving down Carroll Road just before you hit Burke Road.
Yeah.
And I pulled over for some reason. I think I was changing a CD. Whatever. And this freaked me the fuck out. I didn't know if my mum was playing tricks. I wasn't on drugs. I wasn't drunk. I wasn't drinking or anything.
Yeah, but see, I can still see you, like, doubting it in your explanation, but going, I did feel this.
Feel it. I saw, like,
Okay.
I had the light on. I remember I had the light on so I can search in my old school CD case.
That's mad.
This is before the days of iPods.
Yeah, and it's like
USB sticks?
Nah, nothing, mate.
Big leather.
Yeah. I needed to put my CD into my Sony Explode. Alright? This is back when I had the VS. I had the VS.
That's mad.
I look up and look in my rearview mirror, and I swear to God, there was like a black dude sitting in the back of my car. I was by myself, obviously. Car was locked. There was a black dude sitting in the back of my car. Dude, I freaked out so hard. I put all my windows down. I jumped out of the car first. I was like, what the fuck? Like, I didn't hear anyone get in the car, so it couldn't be like just anyone coming in the car. Jumped out of the car. Composure. Like,
Took a leak.
it was just like,
Did I see that? Did I feel
Little
that?
smoke.
Then it's like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jump back in the car, right? All my windows down, left my light on, and my music was blaring.
Yeah.
Freaked me out. And I don't know what that was.
I remember
Okay.
something you told me once. That's not the only thing you've ever seen. You and Haki running down Burke Road.
A train?
Yeah.
Dude.
What?
Oh, dude, I just got shivers now. I'll never
forget that. Because you were adamant about that
Dude,
shit.
because both of us were like, what the fuck is that? And Hucky's like, dude, is that a train?
Yeah.
Now, we were coming down Burke Road, Clorinda. You know Burke Road, Clorinda. We were walking back to his place from my place, but we took the long way. I don't know why. And we could hear a train. Now, we thought, because it was late at night, it was like midnight, 12:30.
Like everything's quiet, you can hear
Really
the echo
quiet.
of the train.
From my house, one of my earliest memories
Yeah.
is staying up, like waking up in the middle of the night during summer and hearing the Clayton train running through.
Yeah, no, I could hear
And you
it.
can hear
From
the-
our house, you could hear the Westall.
Yeah. So you can hear
and
it.
it's the siren.
Yeah.
And then, yeah. It's very faint, though,
Yeah.
and the siren
But
is
you
what
can hear it
hear.
clearly running through the night.
We were walking down Burke Road, and we would have been about 16, I think 17. And we could hear a train, and we're thinking, oh, it's a bit late. Fucking trains, they should be finishing soon, because I think the last train was at 12:31
Yeah.
or some shit. And the sound was getting louder and louder. And Hucky's like, mate, can you fucking hear that?
Like it's coming towards you, sort of.
Like, from the back of us.
Right.
But it wasn't, it sounded like a steam train. Like an old
wow.
steam train, dude. Like, I'll never, ever to this day forget that noise. I swear, it came right past us. And Hucky freaked out. Like, he fucking lost it. He's like, fuck this! He started bolting. We both started running. I'll never forget it because we both felt it. Like, we felt something, the noise.
What's interesting is that you both felt it.
He looked at me, and I'm like,
That's
and I looked at
interesting.
him, and he goes, can you hear that? I got the train. He's like, yeah. But it was like the old fucking steam trains.
Yeah.
And we both, I'll never ever
Can't believe you
forget
forgot that.
Did you research anything? Like, what was there a train that
Was
went
there a
by?
train? Well,
Was
I actually have no idea.
No.
That area was like Springs. That's why it's called Springs Road.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was all paddocks
Just
and Springs.
really just eerie. Just really eerie.
Yeah.
And I'll never, fuck man, that's, as soon as he said that with Huck, I got the train.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Dude,
man.
my old man, when he moved into his place,
Yeah.
that was haunted.
Yeah.
He'd come home. He said he would leave in the morning to go to work, and he would, by habit, he would,
A train.
he would open the windows.
You need to smoke.
He would he'd open all his windows and then turn the heating unit off, and go to work. He said he'd come home, heating unit would be full ball, and the windows would all be locked in every part of the house. At one point, he said he would hear, like, he'd be in the living room and he'd hear something collapse in one of the bedrooms in the far end. My old man even brought a priest in, even though my old man doesn't believe in God.
They come and they do that
He's a
fucking...
complete atheist. My old man's a
mum
complete
did that.
atheist, and
Wow.
he brought a priest in because he was talking about it at work.
And he doesn't believe in God.
Yeah, but
but for him to do that...
I don't know if it was a priest. It was some sort of spiritual guy. I don't think it was a priest because he's like, I'm not bringing a priest in. Like, no, this guy's different. He's like some sort of spiritual dude.
Yeah.
But he says the worst one was when he was asleep. He goes, it was summertime. He goes, the dog in the backyard would literally bark its balls off if he smelt a rabbit running through the yard or a cockroach. Yeah, it would bark its nut off. It would, and. Not his backyard, the neighbour's dog,
Right.
would literally, anytime anything went in the backyard, the neighbour's dog would be losing its shit,
Okay.
right? He says he was lying there, and he could hear, like a noise coming from the back door, and like his screen door, So he's like, what the fuck's that noise? And he said the dog was there, his dog was inside with him. So he's like, well, it's not the dog, like, wanting to be let out. The dog's there. Like, what the fuck's that noise? So he goes, he grabbed his, like, knife or whatever he keeps, self-defense, and he slowly crept towards the back door, like, through the corridor.
Yeah.
You went to my old man's house.
Yeah.
He's going through the corridor towards the back door.
Yeah.
And as he's peeked his head around the corner, as he's looked out into the backyard, he goes, he literally saw nothing, just the door, but it sounded like someone was there, full shaking it to get in. And
That's pretty creepy shit.
He goes, that night, that dog next door was silent. Silent. You couldn't hear shit. And he says he looked at it. He looked at his dog, which was just sitting there, just quiet as fuck, and just said, and he basically goes, he put his hands up and said, I'm not dealing with this. Like, this is what
I'm
it
getting
is.
someone in.
And he walked back to it. Yeah, he goes, I went back to bed and just lay there, like, quiet as fuck.
Yeah.
Like, you can't fake that shit.
No.
A lot of things happen.
I've
and
had
you
several
just-
too, but
yeah.
I think mine are like in between feeling, I've seen it, and I've felt it.
See, my mum sees.
Yeah, okay.
He sees a lot.
I saw when I was younger, and I remember, like, my experiences were I was in bed, and it was always the same thing at my nonna's, and I couldn't sleep, and we were in a bed, like we were jam-packed, 4 of us in one bed. My nonna, me and my brother. And I always couldn't sleep, and I remember seeing always, often, this guy just like hovering over the bed, cloaked, and I couldn't see his face, but it was cloaked, dark, and I could see the figure.
You're full awake? Like you're
full awake,
yeah.
going, like, scared shitless. This is why I couldn't sleep. And then I'd, put the covers over my head. I always had to be in the middle of everybody because I felt more protected. All of that. And that happened maybe 3 or 4 times, and it dissipated. Once I started to get into, say, spiritual things and honing into energies and all of that sort of stuff, feeling my nonna, who I also share the same name, and I've had experiences with her. But I remember for the first time, like, I haven't had that since I was in my younger years, 7, 8. I was 22, 23, in my own room. I saw it again, and I was like, fuck, like, that scared me.
It brought back
everything.
shit.
But then the other thing that happened, like, from then it was several things. I would walk through my hallway, and little things, like I just walked through a puff of, like, wind, like fog, like I felt it.
Yeah.
And I was like
Like a Bon Jovi concert.
like, what was that? Right, like the fans went on for a minute.
Yeah.
And that freaked me out. Like,
And what had happened? What had happened when you'd gone back in your room at 23, whatever, and you saw it?
because I started to delve into my spirituality.
Okay.
So I became more open.
So you opened that part up, and
yeah, I
you
didn't
saw
shut it off. I was scared and fearful, and I think I shut it all off. And when I started to reopen it, I felt it all again, and it was in different ways too. It wasn't just seeing; it was feeling. The other thing was, I remember this. I started to fuck with them. Like, after a few experiences, I'm like, all right,
I'll
guys.
show you.
No, I'm like, I remember my whole family was over, not immediate, but extended. And I was like, all right, I'm going to test you. Like, if you're really fucking here, then I want you to turn that TV off. My brother was watching it. My cousin was watching it. Turn it off. Because I know that I hear that they can fuck with technology, energy, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, right, fucking turn it off. I'm not kidding. Within 10 minutes, it goes off. Anthony, my brother.
Yes!
He's like, what the fuck? Did anyone turn it off? What the fuck's going on? And I'm just like, are you wait. Are you serious? Did that turn off? He's like, yeah, mate, did you fucking turn it off? And I'm just like, no. And I'm like, oh my God. And I freaked out. I'm like, oh my God, you're not going to believe this. And I'm like, stupidly told my brother.
Yeah,
and he's
that's
like, oh yeah, the fucking ghost, and he's just like paying on me. But that happened. And then the other thing was, I went to turn my electric blanket off, right? I turned my electric blanket off, and I consciously said, yeah, I'm turning it off, because the last few nights I've forgotten. So that time I'm like, I've turned it off. Walk past, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, went to go and get into bed, and it was on. 3, mind you, 3. I was like, I'd asked everybody in my household, did you turn it on? Did you turn it on? Did you turn it on? No. What do you mean? I didn't touch it.
Why the fuck would
And
you
at
touch
that
a blanket?
point,
Yeah.
I remember this night, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I turned it off. Okay. Let it go.
Did you ever think, there could be an explanation for this?
No,
Like,
I just thought,
Try
are
and
they
make
not telling me?
yourself-
Did they forget? Like, I try and, like,
You
justify,
you
try and
rationale it
rationalise
out,
it.
yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, I went to bed. This morning, my dad usually gets up the earliest, 5 o'clock.
What a wog.
I know, bless him. Still does.
on SBS News.
No, none of that. He's just so quiet. He's up, he's out.
That's his coffee?
Yeah, not even that. Like, he's so,
What's
yeah.
he doing from 5 a.m.?
He gets up, goes to work. So anyway.
Is he a fruiter by any chance?
No.
I was gonna say, he's in the business.
I was actually awake at this time when he got up. I couldn't sleep very well. So I had a TV in my room, turned it on, turned the light on. For some reason, I felt really uneasy. And I couldn't sleep. I heard him leave, and then I'm staring at the wall, and I was like, sort of like with the TV on, trying to like get back to sleep. And the Today Show, the US Today Show. Oh, fuck. Anyway, I'm just like trying to get to sleep, like sort of getting sleep, but I'm awake. I'm not kidding. Behind me it was like someone had pressed my bed 3 times. My body moved, like I was going 3 times like this. My heart started racing, everything started racing. I usually sleep with the blankets over my head with a little hole, and that's been like a childhood thing.
That's really
because
funny.
of all this stuff. And I really do. And I'm like this, and I have a little breathing hole, and I freaked out. And then, you know what I actually did because I freaked out? I'm like, I know my dad left. But because the light was on and TV was on, I was almost like, I can do this. I actually said to myself, 1, 2,
Yeah, you give yourself a bit of...
3.
Yeah.
I fucking was like ready, you know, like I had to prepare myself. That's how much it scared me. No one was there. My dad had left. I asked my dad, Dad, did I think you left? Was that you? Did you press my bed? He's like, no, what are you talking about? And these things happened consecutively, like the wind, the pressing, the blanket.
Does anything happen now?
Yes, but now it's not so tangible. Now it's a lot clairsentient. I feel it, but I know it.
Yeah.
So they don't have to do anything to shake me.
It's like
I know when my nonna's around, but I know when other people I don't know are around. Another thing that's happened recently is 4 a.m. Again, I couldn't sleep. I was YouTubing, I was writing, I was doing what I need to do, get creative at 4 a.m. And I felt, it's not like my mind goes, I feel the feeling first.
Yeah, you come.
It's not.
It's a weird explanation.
Yeah,
You can't explain it.
It's not like I'm scared and I've created it. It's like, you know. Anyway, and
You need a little
I
eye dart.
sensed an energy, and this one I didn't like. Usually I'm not scared. It's just an energy I'm unfamiliar with. This one I didn't like. This one it wasn't good. And I didn't know if it was of this realm or another. When I say of this realm, because I'm clear on like synchronicity, you can have someone you don't like or wants ill will to you in this realm and send you those vibes, you know, and send you that energy. I couldn't tell what it was, but I knew that I didn't like it. Straight away, asked for protection. I do a sort of thing with myself to protect myself.
Mum does the same thing. Mum does the same thing.
Yeah, and I do it in my mind, like no one thinks I'm crazy, but I'm just like, you know, I'm just...
Starts rocking back and forth.
Yeah. So,
She's lost her twine.
what's interesting is that after this, like it was profound, like it was full on, and I haven't had that dangerous experience since, but I'm like, this energy is not good, like really not good. So it took me about 45 minutes to like protect myself straight away, but for it to dissipate, then I could go to sleep. The next day, a friend of mine who's really like into this stuff too calls me and said, Roz, I dreamt of you last night. It wasn't good. I felt like there was really bad energy around you, da 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 da. I said, what time? What time did you wake up? She goes, because it woke me up in my sleep. She said, 4 o'clock.
Oh, bang.
I said, makes sense.
Yeah.
Like things like that happen all the time, but you can't make sense of it. And when you're with like-minded people, you can share it and really hone into and exercise that part of us that we don't. It's not, you know what I mean? It's shunned.
Okay. I haven't experienced anything like that. As in, if I experience it now, I just disregard it because I can't be fucked.
Yeah, right.
But I remember when I moved into my apartment in the first night that I actually slept there by myself, I remember feeling like the same fucking kid from, you know, Clayton.
Interesting.
And I remember saying it out loud, like, oh, fucking hell, man, are we going to go through this shit again? Like, I said it out loud, and it never happened again.
Things stick with you.
It was like the kid had come to see where I'd moved to.
Yeah.
And then when I said, like, really, man? Like, fuck, are we done with this? And then that was the end of it. Never happened.
Good.
Literally.
Really good.
I rember saying it out loud. I felt like a nut, but I'm like, fucking hell, man. Like, I did 30 years of this shit. Like, seriously.
It's there. I don't think you're nutty. I think
I told you about having mum in Greece, you know, with the supposed gypsy.
What gypsy?
Curse.
So when mum was in Greece...
Oh, I remember you telling me this like ages ago, but I don't remember the ins and outs.
So when mum was pregnant with me early on, she trying to eat chips.
You're fucked. Just eat them. I'll cut it out. Relax. Spite, man. The audacity. Just get the balls on her, man. Seriously. Now, not one offer for these delights. He just starts wolfing into them.
Guys, I don't need to offer. Have a box. I've got
chip.
2.
Help yourself to some
up,
chips.
yeah.
No, fuck off. I don't want them. No.
I'll open it.
So
I love how the cheese platter thing is in front of her as well. Like, ready to go.
that's bad.
Man.
So mum was in Greece. I'm pretty sure. Yeah,
I'm going to choke you. I'm telling you.
this editing's gonna be great. For
Yeah.
you.
So good.
Thanks, man. Thanks for the extra work. Like I needed any more work to do. But anyway, the gypsy.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure mum was pregnant with me early on, or just before she fell pregnant. I wasn't sure which side of the coin she was on. And she went.
Coin?
She went to.
This is a conception.
She went to the Beniptero,
the kiosk.
like a little kiosk to buy milk.
Virgin or not? Like, what do you mean?
Great.
Yeah, it's a grey area.
And she only had like a handful of drachmas on her, which is like nothing, just for a bit of milk or whatever. And this old gypsy lady went up to my mum and said, "Oh, but it's kind of weird. It was kind of good, but I feel like that was a curse." I'll explain it to you.
Okay.
Like, so, this old gypsy lady came, and mum's from Australia. She was born in Greece, but she came to Australia when she was like 4 years old. So she's
Yeah.
Australian.
Yeah.
And she would have been about 19, I think, at this time. She went back to Greece, the dowry, married my dad, the whole setup thing. She went to the shop to buy milk.
That was set up?
Pretty much. Yeah. Mum was naive, young Greek girl, anyway.
I'd love to have a conversation with her.
It was a simpler time.
Simpler time. It was the best of time.
It was the bluest of time.
That sounds like Lieutenant Dan. Who is that?
Anyway, she was walking to the shops. This old gypsy lady comes to her and goes, "Sorry, do you have any money?" And mum's like, "Sorry, I've only got the coins that I've got for milk." Now, my mum, being my mum, goes, she'll give you the shirt off her back, kind of thing. If she says you're worse than she is, okay, here. So mum gives her the money, just the coins. This lady full disappears, yeah? Mum goes back to my auntie's house to explain what happened, and mum went to open her purse, and she found notes. She didn't have no money, yeah? Mum had no money at all. She had the coins in her hand, in that purse. So mum gave the gypsy the money. Mum walked back to get more coins, and then explained to my auntie what happened. So my auntie's like, "All right, open your purse, I'll give you some more coins." Mum opened her purse, and she had like thousands of drachmas.
Yeah.
Like notes. And mum's like, "What the fuck?" Like, full tripped out. Anyway, I believe that was a curse for my mum for the rest of her life.
Enter Nick Petroglu.
No
look
shit.
at him.
Because a lot of bad
Hang
shit
on.
happened to her.
Really?
My mum, yeah, she's been through hell, man. Like, she's been through hell, cancer, like my dad, everything. Like, just, like,
Hasn't been a
everything-
smooth run, man.
Hasn't been a smooth
Hasn't
run
been
at all.
ideal.
No.
Oh, no.
So I think that, but I've always felt as well, like not that I don't believe in it, I kind of choose to ignore it, like, alright, whatever, but you get the feeling sometimes, like when we were growing up, that in a way it was like a curse. And when mum told me that story, I go, "Did you ever think that could be connected in any way?" Because she never really put two and two together, because all these things kept happening to her. There was, in Greek we've got a thing called Maya.
Yeah. The Maya.
The Maya, which is like the curse. Greeks believe in that
Like
shit,
magic
man.
shit.
Yeah, like black magic and
Like
stuff.
the evil eye?
Yeah.
Kind of thing, yeah. And, in Greece, when you want to put a curse on someone, you get like a block of cheese. Yeah? No shit. And you wrap it
Sounds
in.
like a great
Yeah. But you wrap
This
it.
one, pecorino. It's going nuts.
Nah, just a normal coon tasty cheese.
aged, preferably.
And you,
Chewing out of a plastic wrapper.
and you put it, rub dirt on it.
It's such a
Look it up.
Dirt?
Yeah, it's for real, dude.
The shame.
No, you put dirt on it or something, and you wrap it up, and you
Please.
put it under someone's house.
Yeah, because it stinks.
No, but it's in dirt. It won't smell.
It smells like stinky, smoky cheese.
No. That's part of a curse. That shit kind of thing.
That would curse anybody. It's like rotten feet. Like,
Italians have this too. Look it
Yeah,
up.
it stinks.
fucking cheese. We have peppers and
look it up. I'll fucking look it up.
dolls. We have the fucking
Dude, I'll
Sicilian
message Mum now and
dolls.
ask her what it's
Wait,
called.
what dolls?
Oh, there's like Sicilian
Hang on.
dolls and
Sicilian-
peppers and bullshit
No,
that's
no.
like,
I know the Sicilian curse shit, right? But
I don't even know. Like, it's just...
No, I know the Sicilian curse, but I don't understand the dolls. What dolls?
There's like, look it up. Look
Okay,
up
wait, what are you
Sicilian
looking at,
curses.
Marker?
I'm trying to find that.
We have 2 fact checkers tonight.
Okay, hang on. Sicilian dolls.
Eating chips.
It's 2 schmucks doing your bidding. What's your name? You search dolls. Sicilian dolls.
Dolls curse.
Curse. All right, I'm Googling that. If this is wrong, then, forever may you be cursed. Evil eye, jealousy, malocchio. What?
Malocchio is the evil eye.
Yeah, that's what it says. While not Italian in origin, another thing the Italians stole. Many Italians believe ill will, pronounce maloc, part superstition, part tradition, belief, blah, blah, blah. I don't see anything about a doll, man. I'm about the Italian horn. Is that what you're talking about? The horn.
Yeah, there's that. I know that.
I don't see anything about a doll, man.
No, there's dolls.
The curse tablet? Mm-mm. What dolls? Witchcraft and magic in Europe. 10 names are inscribed on a Sicilian doll.
There you go.
Is that what you're talking about?
I don't know, but I know that there's several, like there's dolls, there's chilies, horns, like there's so many things, like the chilies are, you have to put in your house somewhere, you can disguise it and whatever, and it's meant to keep bad spirits away, like there's just all these things that you...
I'll ask my mom about this cheese thing, but I just found a small article about it, saying it goes back to the ancient Egyptians.
Yeah, I was just going to say, that's what I've picked up as well here.
Yeah, so it's
So what does that say about us eating blue cheese? Like, are we digesting?
consuming cheese.
No, but are we digesting curse?
No, it's
Like
the way
That's MSG.
no, it's the way it happens. I'm
Ignore
not
the
sure
heart
exactly what it does.
palpitations.
But Greeks believe in curses a lot.
Your salt and pepper squid. It's fucking MSG. Costco cardiac arrest.
But think about it. It's like
a curse.
What a waste of cheese.
if you use chili to protect and cheese to thwart off evilness or curses,
Yeah,
then
but-
we ingest cheese. Like,
Yeah, but
does that
It's the way they use it.
They used garlic to ward off vampires. I love garlic. And they're bloodsuckers everywhere. I'm getting fleeced every
this shit.
minute, man. Just paid $6 for a donut and a
mind
cup
you,
of tea.
after saying I don't understand this shit, malocchio. I'm wearing it.
You know
So-
why I don't wear a cross? Have I told you? Why I don't wear a cross?
I don't wear a cross.
This is when I lost my religion. Like, legit.
What's that song?
Yeah, losing my religion.
Fucking
R.E.M.
I hate it.
It's got nothing to do with
I hate that fucking song because everyone closes their eyes
Yeah.
and croons along with it like it's karaoke.
It's got nothing to do with what you think it
I
does.
fucking hate that song. And do you know what pisses me off about that song? These fuckwits sing that song as if they're into some sort of folksy alternative shit. Get the fuck out of here, man. That song is garbage. Garbage. The guy's got a shit-ass voice.
Shout out to R.E.M.
Oh, fuck, man. Oh, I hate R.E.M. I'm sorry. R.E.M. can suck a dick. Literally.
Big one. Tommy Lee's.
That's the picture. Tommy Lee standing there. The Greeks! While that guy's blowing him from R.E.M.
Maybe we can shove a Sicilian doll up his ass.
All right, sorry. You stop.
Anyway, I just reminded me of like
We might have to delete that.
just weird shit that's happened to me. So I was on the phone to my dad. First time I've ever spoken to him, as in when he left for Greece. I was like 8 or 9.
Just before high school, wasn't it?
Yeah, just before high school. So I'd been 10, like kind of thing.
Yeah, because I
Was
remember
he
when I
there?
asked
Was
you,
he?
you
Was he
said
living
just before
there?
going into high school.
Was he living there?
In Greece, he took off. He stole our car and sold it for a plane ticket.
Whoa.
Oh, dude, there's a lot. That's what I'm saying. Like, my life has not been... me and my sisters and my
Your
mum...
dad took off on you and his wife.
Yeah, and with 2 young daughters. He sold the car with the baby seat still in the car.
Aurora, this is what happens when you ask questions as opposed to
I
paddle
like
on.
asking questions.
But we reconnected with him because
Please.
my sisters were asking about
Please,
who
must
is he.
you?
My sisters were asking like who, like who's my dad kind of thing. You know what I mean? So they finally found him. Like we knew where he was at the time. We knew where he was because he was living with
happened?
my grandparents, whatever.
Oh my God.
And
poor mother.
I got on the phone to him because I was a bit older. I was like, would have been about 16, I think. And I always used to wear a cross
Right.
chain. And I remember
And that was for you, sorry, that was like a form of protection.
I just wore a cross because I was a Greek kid. Like I never really got into religion that hard, but I used to wear it for my grandparents.
But from a sentimental point of view, you probably thought it was protection.
That was the cross that I had on my christening grace, because I got christening grace.
Every Greek wears generally the cross that they were christened with.
Yeah.
So I had it all my life, up until that time.
I was wearing mine up until, I don't know, 2001.
They're small, though. They're small. They're tiny baby
now
ones.
he's wearing a vagina weight.
How is this a vagina weight?
It's a ball gag.
People actually use, after giving birth, I'm not kidding, there are these weights that you put into your vagina that look exactly like that to strengthen your pelvic wall muscles so that you keep them in. I'm not kidding. But anyway.
You know what I said once to someone? They asked me, "Oh, what do you got, balls around your neck?" I said, "No, pulled it out of your wife."
Touche.
Get the fuck out of here, man.
Very well played.
Yeah, very appropriate.
Fuck out of here, man. Seriously.
But yeah, I'd we got into a massive fight on the phone because I told him where to go.
Okay.
And
how old were you here? Was it
about 16?
Yeah.
About 16 years old. Full breakdown, losing it.
Yeah.
He goes, "You can't talk to me like that, gay. Fuck yourself. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?"
Yeah.
Full lost it. And this is when I think because he had broken his back or something, I can't remember, at work. And I remember saying to him, "Where is your God now?" And my cross fell apart.
Wow.
I never wore, I don't wear one now. I've never worn it ever since. But it's like a curse, man. I'm telling you. Like, I'll tell you off air. Shit, that's
so when are we catching up and going to a bar? Because I need to hear all these stories.
You've had enough wine, man.
I think. I think you've had enough. Turn you off,
Please.
Man, you are cut off from the bar, ma'am. You want to step back?
You don't have to go home, but you
I
can't
wish
stay
you could
here.
see my face.
Last drinks. Yeah. I'll tell you some shit.
Last drinks.
Just drink your coffee or your chai or your fucking
Drinking tea.
dirt
I
water.
actually haven't had a coffee since two Sundays ago.
That's good effort.
Not Sunday just passed, one before.
Yeah,
Good effort.
I've gone off it too.
Yeah.
Good effort.
Yeah.
Dude, I was drinking too much, man. I was having a coffee in the morning
Were you
before I go to
drinking
work. Tsai Tuvunu. I would
That's
have
the best. That shit would cure AIDS, man.
Tsai Tuvunu, man. Tea
Yeah.
from the mountains.
great,
It's the
man.
generic translation. I don't know where the tea comes from. I don't know what mountain, but it's just called Tsai
And it's
Tuvunu.
the fucking best shit. Like,
Whenever
it'll
you're
clear
sick,
you all up.
it was like, this is what
Where do
you
you
need.
where do you buy it? Like
They import it from Greece.
You buy it in
It's a mad gimmick.
You buy it.
Sirocco's.
Yeah, Harry's. Yeah, you go to Harry's and you buy it in like a bunch.
You don't.
Alright.
That's how it comes. You boil it.
Yeah,
like a bunch of sticks.
Yeah. But it's just called Tsai Tuvunu. I want to look it up.
Yeah.
I actually want to know. Where the
Tuvunu.
fuck is this? Where is this mountain?
Have a smoke.
Yeah, let's have a smoke.
Don't.